Hello and welcome to Drawing with Paige again. So what I'm going to show y'all in this video is a couple of tricks to make clothing look a little bit more realistic. Because dealing with a figure, we're actually dealing with a three-dimensional object. People are three-dimensional, and so they're curved. When we draw clothing, say like if we wanted the end of the sleeve here and we do it as a straight line, then it typically tends to look not real. And of course, then the first question usually is do you want the sleeve to actually look like that? Which in some cases, with some shows, you never know. But if you want, say, we want to put like a t-shirt on this individual, so at the neckline, it would actually curve and it would go behind the neck a little bit. You know how t-shirts have that little bit of a ribbed fabric there. So it's actually not a straight line. There's going to be wrinkles where our body folds. Think about it, in the elbows. And maybe she has her sleeves kind of pushed up a little bit. And here's yet another ribbed section. Again, curves going, things curve. The outline of our clothing is actually not straight lines. They have, everything has just like a little bit of texture to it. Actually, this is looking a little bit more like a sweatshirt, but again, a curved line. Fabric kind of, how when you have a ribbed t-shirt that it kind of bags out a little bit, So I'm getting the ribbing on there. And so when you get your character drawn, then what I usually do is I go back and erase my body lines, so maybe there's a little bit of a hint. There's usually a shoulder seam. I'm going to draw that in there lightly. So, yes. Again, not straight lines, curves. So it helps us make our clothing a little bit more realistic. The same thing goes with pants. So if she's wearing actual like super skinny fit, then maybe they would be. There's going to be a little bit of, so like a skinny fit crop. If it's going to be more of a bell bottom, or what they're calling like a boot cut, and where the pant rides over the, we'll give her some fun little boots here. That's called the break right there, where the pants actually come down and rest on the top of the shoe. So a couple of tips to help your clothing look a little bit more realistic. We'll go ahead and do the fly there. Usually there's wrinkles. Again, not being straight lines. Now, granted, the pants probably wouldn't be like that, so we'd have to choose one leg over the other. When drawing hair, our foreheads are actually a lot bigger than we like to think they are. I have a tendency to draw big hair because, well, when you grew up in the 80s. So with hair, again, it's more lines. She has like a little side swept bang there. You know, so again, going in, you can do the same thing with jewelry. Say she's wearing a bracelet. You would actually see it curve around the arm. You know, it would disappear around the back of the arm. Hands, that are always kind of my tricky thing. So they always end up looking like little lobster claws. But, yeah. So, a couple of tricks to help your clothing look a little bit more realistic.